Thanks for checking out this video. So let's go ahead and talk about what is coming to Shudder for May 2024. And it's my birthday month, so I was hoping they'd have some good films in there that I can recommend, and there are a few that I will highly recommend to you. So first of all, we're going to talk about the Shudder exclusives and originals that I always do no spoiler reviews on the week that they're coming out. They are coming out on Fridays typically, so that Monday of the week, I will have a no spoiler review out for those films. Not much this time around. Only 2 films for all of May. The first one is called Night Watch, Demons Are Forever. It's coming May 17th. Synopsis. In the sequel to the Danish horror classic, Martin's daughter, Emma, takes up a night watch job to find out what happened to her parents almost 30 years ago. A meeting with Wormer in his cell pulls the serial killer out of his coma and sets in motion a chain of fateful events. So here's the problem. Streaming film premiere of Night Watch 1994, the Danish original film from director Ole Bornedal, also debuts on Friday, May 17th. Okay, I didn't see that before. I just read it. So at first I was like, I think they're going to put out this sequel, but they're not going to put out the original one. And then I was going to be like, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But I do have screeners for both of those. So thinking about maybe doing reviews for both of them because it's the streaming debut of the one from 1994. So I think I'm going to do, we'll see. We'll see. I'll at least watch both of them. I'll say that much. And then definitely do a review for Night Watch, Demons Are Forever. All right, so the next film that's coming is one that a lot of people have been wanting to see. I actually have already seen this one, and I have a no spoiler review for it on my channel because I rented it through Vudu a while ago. And that is the film Stop Motion, which, yes, it has stop motion animation in it. It is May 31st when this one is dropping. Ella Blake is a stop motion animator who is struggling to control her demon after the loss of her overbearing mother. Suddenly alone in the world, she embarks upon the creation of a macabre new puppet film, which soon becomes the battleground for her sanity. As Ella's mind starts to fracture, the characters in her animated film take on a terrifying life of their own, and the unleashed power of her imagination threatens to destroy her. Winner of the Best Director at Fantastic Fest. So, like I said, if you want to know my thoughts on stop motion, I do have a no spoiler review for it on my channel right now. You can go ahead and watch that. You don't have to wait for that Monday. It's already available. Then, obviously, we still have The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs Season 6 continuing. So those episodes will be on May 10th and May 24th. And they are putting up the episodes on demand that Sunday then after the Friday. So just so people know. And that's been great. I love the fact that they're doing every other week. It's really been... It's been a good way to kind of savor the show for me. To just be like, not just, we're doing it every week and then it's over a lot quicker. I love the fact that we're able to kind of slow roll this. Okay, now going to the other stuff that they're adding. May 1st, they are adding a lot of titles. So the next 8 films are going to be added on May 1st. The Jester. A malevolent being known as the Jester terrorizes the inhabitants of a small town on Halloween night, including 2 estranged sisters who must come together to find a way to defeat this evil entity. I don't know. Let me know if you've seen it. Well, with any of these films I'm going over, if I have not seen them, go ahead and put it in the comments. What do you recommend? What do you not recommend? Because I'm always looking for people's opinions on these. The next one is one I highly recommend, especially if you're a Giallo fan or a Mario Bava fan or an Italian horror in general fan. Blood and Black Lace. A masked shadowy killer brutally murders the models of a scandalous fashion house in Rome. It looks phenomenal. It's a very fun story. It's wonderful. It's one of the best Giallo films out there. Definitely check that one out. The next one is one I've heard about, haven't seen, Yellow Brick Road. 1940, the entire population of Friar, New Hampshire walked up a winding mountain trail, leaving everything behind. 2008, the first official expedition into the wilderness attempts to solve the mystery of the lost citizens of Friar. Again, haven't seen that one. People let me know your opinions on it if you've seen it. Next one is called Mean Spirited. A failed YouTuber's weekend in the Poconos turns into a nightmare when a demon joins the party. That does not sound fun to me. I'm going to skip on that one. Then The Toxic Avenger, which Joe Bob Briggs just did on his last drive-in episode. Tromaville has a monstrous new hero. The Toxic Avenger is born when meek mop boy Melvin falls into a vat of toxic waste. Now evildoers will have a lot to lose. Then we have The Toxic Avenger Part 2, which I have not seen. Seen the first one, haven't seen the second one. The Toxic Avenger is tricked into traveling to Tokyo to search for his estranged father, leaving Tromaville open to complete domination by an evil corporation. Could be fun. Then, The Toxic Avenger Part 3, The Last Temptation of Toxie. Toxie finds he has nothing to do as a superhero as he has ridden his city of evil. He decides to go to work for a major corporation, which he discovers may be the evilest of all his adversaries. Also sounds like it could be fun. And then the final one for this day, Toxic Avenger 4, Citizen Toxie. The Toxic Avenger must defend his friends from his own evil alternate universe doppelganger, the Noxious Offender. I have watched that one. It is very, unhinged, over the top. But, Toxic Avenger. That's what it's going to be. I know a lot of people who like Toxic Avenger films probably would like that one, if you haven't seen it. All right, then the next 5 films are coming on May 6th. First one is Mother May I. When Anya starts behaving like her fiancé's recently deceased mother, Emmett must confront his deepest traumas to free his fiancée from this bewildering possession. Possession film, not into it. I'm going to skip that one. Next one, Herd. When a woman trying to outrun her past ends up trapped between a zombie outbreak and warring militia groups, she must fight to find her way back home. I haven't seen it, but also it's zombie stuff, so probably going to skip it. Overdone. The next one I highly recommend, especially for people into giant rubber monster movies, especially ones that are kind of unique. Gorgo. Greedy sailors capture a giant lizard off the coast of Ireland and sell it to a London circus, inciting the wrath of the creature's mother. Like I said, this is unique as far as giant rubber monsters movies go. It's obviously a ripoff of Godzilla, but it does its own thing, and it's really charming old film. I love Gorgo. So check that one out. The Giant Gila Monster. A giant lizard terrorizes a rural Texas community, and a heroic teenager attempts to destroy the creature. Haven't seen that one. That one sounds like a lot of fun to me. I might check that out. Then the last one for the 6th, The Stone Tape. A research team from an electronics company moves into an old Victorian house to start work on finding a new recording medium. When team member Jill Greeley witnesses a ghost, team director Peter Brock decides not only to analyze the apparition, which he believes is a psychic impression trapped in a stone wall, dubbed a stone tape, but also to excise it with terrifying results. Ghost stuff, not my thing. Probably going to skip that one. Then there's one film coming on May 8th. This is one that they're re-adding that had a Joe Bob treatment for it. It was on the last drive-in for last season, I believe, season 5. Mother's Day from 1980. 3 young women are tormented by an insane matriarch and her depraved sons. If you've seen it, you may like it. May 13th, 2 films coming on that date. Landlocked. Summoned to his soon-to-be-demolished childhood home, Mason discovers a video camera that can see into the past, driving him to record as many memories as possible before his doomed house is destroyed. Sounds kind of interesting, maybe. And then this next one I definitely recommend for people, especially if you're into slashers, especially if you're into So Bad It's Good films, and especially if you're into So Bad It's Good slashers. Fatal Games. A mad javelin thrower kills teenagers in the school. All promising athletes are executed in the most brutal way. It's not like a great description, but it's also a very straightforward film. The kills are fun with that one. This is actually a film that was thought at one point could not be saved because the elements that were found that were still intact weren't in great shape, but Vinegar Syndrome was able to save it. So going into it, just know it does not look great, but that's the best version of this film anyone is ever going to get. So, but it's worth seeing for sure. The next one film is coming May 15th, Combat Shock. A dangerously disturbed Vietnam veteran struggles with life 15 years after his return home and slowly falls into insanity from his gritty urban lifestyle. That one could be interesting. The next two are coming May 20th. Down. When the elevators in New York's 102-story Millennium building start to malfunction, mechanic Mark Newman is sent to find the cause after a series of gruesome and deadly accidents occur. Mark joins forces with spunky reporter Jennifer. I don't know. Elevator-related stuff doesn't sound great to me. Then The Lift, another elevator-related thing. A lift technician finds himself drawn into a web of mystery and peril as he investigates the perplexing, deadly accidents occurring in the elevators of a new office building. Again, elevator-related. I don't know if I'm going to do it. Then one film coming on my birthday, May 22nd, The Strangler. An overweight lab technician with low self-esteem, brought on by his dominant mother, becomes a serial killer of nurses. Sounds kind of interesting. Might check that one out. The next one, May 24th. This is one I have seen. I'm on this movie. Death Dream. A young soldier killed in the Vietnam War inexplicably shows up at his family home on the night of his death. Again, I'm on that one. It's not bad. It's not good. Yeah. And then the last film coming May 27th. I would recommend this one for people who are big slasher fans. I didn't love this film, but it was okay-ish. But if you're into slashers, you should probably just watch it if you haven't seen it. Graduation Day from 1981. A masked killer begins murdering students on the school track team after a track runner dies upon completion of a 30-second 200-meter race. I don't think that last part even matters. I don't know why they put that in there. But anyway, that's all of what's coming to Shudder for May. It's not the best slate, in my opinion, but there are some good ones in there. Like I said, Gorgo, definitely check out. Fatal Games, definitely. Blood and Black Lace, definitely. We're getting more Joe Bob, which is always great. I do think stop motion is worth people seeing, especially if you've been excited for it. So, yeah, I mean, those are my opinions. Go ahead and give me your opinions on what's coming to Shudder in May, and hoping for something even better in June, personally, but, you know, we'll see. Anyway, thanks everyone for checking this out. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. That's your best way to repay me for all this free content. Hit the thumbs up on this video and any video you end up seeing of mine, because that helps with the YouTube algorithm, and I appreciate that. You can also hit that notification bell button to let you know when new videos are going up. But regardless, I really do thank you taking your time to watch this. It really does. It means a lot to me, and it is humbling that people actually use their time to watch me do these videos. So I appreciate that. But regardless, thanks so much, and until next time, keep it brutal.